Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including Trivia Night Monday, Karaoke Tuesday, Steak Night Wednesday and Sunday, Thursday night Boneless Wing Night, and on Friday and Saturday nights there'll be a DJ and or karaoke. And remember, Monday through Friday, happy hour, 11 a.m. to 6 p.m., $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Every summer adventure is the destination. Take your adventures even farther with Honda, America's most fuel-efficient full-line automaker. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2022 Honda Civic and a 3.9% APR on a 2022 Accord or 2023 HRV.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic SI based on EPA estimate of MY20 full-line automaker fleet-wide fuel economy 2021 EPA Automotive Trends Report.
You've been in an accident. The choice of a lawyer may be the biggest decision you make for you and your family's future. At Mansion Ferretti, we offer a free consultation and no fees until we win your case. Call us today and protect your future. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Hello?
We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night, Thursday is steak night, Fridays are dinner specials, Saturdays there's live music, and Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern. Live from the Neon Moon in Martinsburg, it's time for Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, it's time for Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Spencer Dupuis as we gear up for tonight's Monday Night Football matchup between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. And for those that can see on TV or on our YouTube page, I'm definitely ready to go tonight wearing my Terry McLaurin jersey, and if you're not surprised, I'm picking them to win tonight.
Yeah, Colin, I went home. I don't usually work Monday mornings. This is my excuse here. I don't usually work Monday mornings.
You always have excuses.
But Rob decided he wanted to take a day off today, so you had to fill in for Rob. So I had to fill in for you this morning. Well,
you didn't have to. You chose to. And
well, yeah, because I didn't want you to do it yourself.
It's fine.
All right, so
I
went home and napped instead of like usually just I grab a bite to eat and go back to work. I forgot to grab a jersey because I was too worried about my phone because I forgot to charge my phone last night, so it wasn't 100% charged. Yeah, yada yada, whatever. Then I forgot my jersey, but I gotta rock the Marshall polo today because 11/14/1970, 52 years since that tragic plane crash killed the 75, and always going to honor the herd. Once a member of the herd, always a member of the herd.
I was about to say, just for today, I'll say we are Marshall.
There you go.
There you go. But before we start, show everybody that's tuned in on TV10 and our YouTube what's in that blank envelope.
Let me make sure these tickets are all the same way before I go.
Now be careful. Cover the barcode just in case somebody tries to cheat us and, take a picture of it or something and go to the game. It's already free anyway, guys.
Yeah, but we got a family 4-pack of tickets to tomorrow night's West Virginia men's basketball game at the Coliseum against Morehead State. The trivia question here. You got to come down to the Neon Moon Tavern, buy a drink, and you got to tell me during a break the answer to this trivia question. How many players at Shepherd University during Tyson Bagent's time as quarterback have caught a touchdown from him? Because the number went up over the weekend, and it's gone up since we actually talked about it on the show, or probably a month back. So if you know that number, if you can just give me the number of people, you don't have to give me the list.
We're not going to go into detail like we did with Tyson to see if he can name all of them that he's thrown the touchdown pass to. But if you stop by to the Neon Moon again, 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, and tell us the number of receivers that have caught touchdown passes from Tyson Bagent during his time at Shepherd.
It's a lengthy list.
It's 4 free tickets to tomorrow night's WVU men's basketball game against Morehead State. And who doesn't want to go see a team that's coached by Bob Huggins that right now has looked pretty good? I mean, a big win over Pitt at Pitt, 25-point win, and now Morehead State, who, it's a weaker program, but a non-Power 5, I guess you could say, or a non-major. I don't know what you call it for college basketball. They're a mid-major?
They are a mid-major.
They're a mid-major?
Yes.
So it should be a fun time. I mean, you get to go to Morgantown for free. Who wouldn't want to do that?
Dude, yeah.
If I didn't have to work the next day, I'd take those tickets, and none of you guys would be hearing about this.
But again, come on down to the Neon Moon, buy a drink, come during a break, and tell me how many players since Tyson Bagent's been the starting quarterback for Shepherd have caught a touchdown pass from him. We went over this probably a month ago with Tyson himself, and he got all of them. It took him a little bit. He did. But
that number has changed.
But he's added a few since then.
He has. And now let's focus into what we're here for, and that is football.
Hey, if you want, stay tuned where you can see Spencer lose his money next segment on the air.
I hope you don't lose your money. That makes you a loser. I don't want you to be a loser anymore. Times have changed, Spencer. You're no longer a loser.
So
You're a winner
tonight.
You're a winner tonight and tonight only. Tomorrow on the Sports Mix, I'll call you a loser again. But tonight, you're a winner.
All right, Colin.
All right.
How about T.J. Watt? T.J. Watt's return. They win. They get a victory, 20-10 over the Saints. Big win for them.
You're going to be like the Pittsburgh Steelers. Today, you're going to win. But overall, you're going to be a loser. And I can only say that this year. It's tough, okay? Whenever you've lived around so many Steeler fans, went to school with Steeler fans, and all they do is talk about the Big Ben glory days, it's a little bit nice to finally see them struggle just a little bit. And Washington, who always struggles, is doing better than them for once. For now.
Barely better, sir. Barely.
Barely, but I'm going to hold on to it as long as I can until it's no longer barely.
All right.
But, yeah, they got the 20-10 win against the Saints, and T.J. Watt returned, and it seemed like it definitely helped holding New Orleans to 10 points. Pickett got the job done. It's still some growing pains for him.
And the fact that they scored 10 points in the final quarter of the game.
Yeah, that's the biggest difference.
And they shut out New Orleans for 3 of the 4 quarters, all the second half. I mean, that's huge to me, I think. And, when you look at the overall numbers, they're Pittsburgh Steelers numbers. And by that, I mean 18 of 30 for 199 yards passing was Pickett. He also went 8 for 51 on the ground with 1 touchdown. Najee Harris, 20 for 99 yards. Pickens had 2 rushes for 23 yards and a touchdown, so both touchdowns on the ground this week. But overall, I mean, T.J. Watt comes back, has 2 tackles, has just made his kind of presence known on that defense. And you come back and you only give up 10 points.
Run defense.
Yeah.
They held New Orleans to 29 rushing yards. That is insane in the NFL.
On 15
and
carries.
Pittsburgh ran for 217 yards. And what really helped was the time of possession, dominating it by over 17-minute difference.
Yeah.
You won the turnover battle. Pickett, who I always made fun of because his last name is Pick-It as a quarterback. No turnovers this week. for him. And the Saints had 2 interceptions
and they
from
went
Andy
1
Dalton.
for 1 on 4th down, 9 of 17 on 3rd down. That's better than the 3 of 12 that the Saints had.
And also
0 of
the
1.
penalties really killed the Saints. 10 penalties for New Orleans, the Pittsburgh's 3.
And, they only had to punt the ball 3 times. Not bad.
Yeah. It
For
was
a
a
Steelers
solid
team
win.
that's punted a lot this year.
That's true. So, hats off to Pittsburgh. You got a good week to celebrate after a win, but that's going to change next week when they play the Bengals, unfortunately.
Yeah, unfortunately, that game, for most people, we're looking forward to see it on Sunday Night Football. It's been flexed out to 4:25 p.m.
As it honestly should have been.
It should have been.
Both teams are struggling this year. Even though I still think Cincinnati gets the win, this is a different Cincinnati team, it seems like, this year compared to last year when they made it to the Super Bowl.
It really is, but we don't really want to talk about that.
Let's quickly move on so that we can get plenty of time to talk about Washington tonight against the Eagles. Vikings-Bills.
Hey, I told you yesterday.
It was the game of the year.
I said that's the game of the year. We were having a conversation, so I watched that game a little bit in the beginning. I turned
did
it
not,
off.
so I'll let you
turned
go
it
on.
off. I went to the grocery store, had a lot of stuff going, like just wanted to get some stuff done because the Commanders weren't playing on Sunday. So I was like, you know what, I can have a free Sunday and actually do stuff. So let me go back to our group text thread because Dylan and I were going off in the text thread about how it was a really good game, and
the Vikings are 8-1.
Yeah,
who would have thought? Not me, especially after last week. When they
but
just barely beat Washington.
Can we just talk about Justin Jefferson? A 4th down and 18.
Yeah.
The most improbable catch ever was made to keep the Vikings alive. I thought it was going to be an interception. Dylan and we're having this conversation in the text yesterday. Dylan goes, if the Bills DB doesn't go up for it, he probably drops it. And then my next text was, this game is bonkers.
It was.
Because they turned it over in the red zone. And on a 4th down inside the 5, and then there was a ball. The Bills needed to get out of their own end zone. They were literally in their own end zone. Well, Josh Allen fumbled the snap, and it was a touchdown for the Vikings. The game was tied. They headed to overtime.
So, for now, I'll agree with you. Definitely the game of the year, but we're going to take our 3-minute break now.
Oh, no. Can we just talk about this?
Plenty of time for Washington.
Hold on. Just one thing.
It's our team playing tonight.
One thing.
Fine.
Can the NFL permanently make a team in Germany?
I don't know if I want a team permanently in Germany.
Can we have more games?
But 100% more games.
Let's go to a game there.
If Washington plays, I'm down. If Washington plays in Germany, I'd love to go to Germany. I put on here, is Germany the best NFL fan base?
Hey,
and it was definitely
the
most electric. If
I will
100%
buy their beer. They're bringing beers and pitchers. That's a normal thing in Germany.
Stein, man. It's a Stein.
Yeah, I mean, heck, let's do that in America.
Singing country roads.
Singing country roads. The NFL Network broadcast literally had a read. They had a live read to do, and they just completely Rich Eisen was like,
fan base.
we're not going to read this live read. We're just going to let everything happen. And then the fans kept singing it after it was over.
They kept singing, and they even stayed after the game. It was the post game, and I saw like 45 minutes after the game ended. It seemed like nobody was leaving their seats. Unfortunately, that also caused a few streakers because of how crazy Germany gets. Like, you see in soccer. I think that's why they didn't leave. They were used to 90 minutes being played instead of 60 minutes.
Oh, there you go.
But definitely a fun one to watch between Seattle and Tampa Bay, and I enjoyed it just because of the fans and how much fun it seemed like they had to experience an NFL game. So, can we now take the break, or do you have another thing you want to talk about that's not Washington?
No, we're good.
All right, we'll take our 3-minute break
Actually,
again.
Jeff Saturday, congrats on your first win as a head coach in
That's
the
fair.
weirdest fashion ever. In less than a week, you didn't have an offensive play caller, a guy that you have is calling plays. They go back to Matt Ryan. I mean, we didn't talk enough about this on the show, I don't think. Just
tomorrow.
Just for the fact that your quarterback was benched.
You said that you had nothing else.
But we got to talk about it.
All right. 3-minute break, then we'll be back for more Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Before the invitations and the dress, the flowers, cake, candles, or vows, there was an answer to a question proposed with a ring.
Bechtel Jewelers knows that an important part of your wedding happens before the I-dos. We're a diamond store with an engagement and bridal jewelry selection that's both exciting and accessible.
On the big day, there's everything else, and there's the ring. Make sure you get this one right at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
You've been in an accident. Why won't the insurance company pay? Because they're trying to save money at your expense. Call Mansion Ferretti for your free consultation. We have the experience to deal with the insurance company and get you the compensation you deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night, Thursday is steak night, Fridays are dinner specials, Saturdays there's live music, and Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern. We're live from the Neon Moon Tavern at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg for more Monday Night Mayhem. Again, stop on by, grab a drink and a bite to eat. Come hang out with us as we're about 2 hours away from kickoff between the Washington Commanders and the Philadelphia Eagles. It'll be a great time tonight watching that game alongside Shepherd Rams. Some Martinsburg Bulldogs might be in attendance. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see who does show up, but it's always a great time Monday night, especially with karaoke. I mean, this guy on the mic right here, Spencer Dupuis, definitely something you want to hear at least once,
hey, if I wasn't
and then
doing
regret
this,
and
I'd
never
still
want to
be
hear
doing
it again.
Hey, if I wasn't doing this, I'd still be doing this. You know, if you know, you know. You had to be here.
Stop on by,
but I will
answer
say
our trivia question,
yeah,
and win the family 4-pack to tomorrow's WVU men's hoops game against Moorhead State. It's free tickets. All you got to do is answer the question of how many touchdown passes have been thrown to different receivers from Tyson
how many different receivers have caught a touchdown pass from Tyson Bagent? You'd be sitting in section 204 row J for the price of
And I've sat there. It's good. It's great seats. I sat there last year when WVU played Kansas with my family.
Yeah,
it is great seats and a great time to go see WVU men's basketball. But let's now focus on the Commanders and the Eagles. And the Eagles, a heavy favorite
11
tonight.
points is what I saw
11
earlier.
11 points, the over-under at 43.5. And even though I'm a Washington fan, it's understandable when you look at that spread and the over-under after the last time these two teams met earlier in the year in Washington. So it's on the road this time. It's always tough to play in Philadelphia. At final score earlier, 24-8. But you got Heineke this time. It's not Carson Wentz, who this is the week in general that I was worried about Wentz having to go play in that atmosphere, being the former quarterback of Philly, and you know Philly fans are the worst. So Carson Wentz going there would have been very, very difficult for him. So I've enjoyed seeing Heineke, and I think this week will be more competitive, and obviously, as a fan, I'm picking Washington to win. But I 100% know, and I'll be honest, it's going to be tough.
It is going to be tough. I got $9.65 to bet. What are we doing here, Colin?
Well, my next spot, Jahan Dotson, the rookie from Penn State, that wide receiver spot, is back tonight for the first time since his injury. What, 4 weeks ago has it been? 4 or 5 weeks?
6 weeks now.
6 weeks?
I feel like it's been
wow,
that long.
I was way off.
Maybe 5 weeks.
But he's back tonight, and he was the number one target, it seemed like, at the beginning of the season. And I think I saw last week, I don't know if it's still accurate, that even being out, he still led rookies in touchdown catches.
He's not even on this list, Colin.
I had him on my list. He was plus 400.
Oh, there we go. Plus 430.
Plus 430 now, anytime touchdown, I'd take that. I did take it. So hopefully he gets a touchdown. But Chase Young, the young star, the number 2 overall pick now 3 years ago for Washington, still not active. And I was really hoping this week was the week that he would become active, just because this defense is the strength of Washington.
They want to wait for him to get 100%.
I don't disagree with that. And the defensive line, I still hopefully think will be fine without him because they've looked really impressive the past few weeks. But adding him to that defensive line clearly will not hurt. It will only make Washington better to have to force their opponents to game plan around him, causing maybe a few more holes for Allen Sweat and the guys up front on that very strong defensive line. And it's finally great to see them get back to the caliber that we know they have. And I feel like if Chase Young was back, that just puts it into another gear that teams are not ready for.
All right, I'm going to make a live bet on the air right now.
All
Jahan Dotson, we're going to do a parlay here. Jahan Dotson, anytime touchdown scorer.
Anytime touchdown.
I'm taking
like
the Commanders with points.
Okay, so not to win, just cover.
Just cover.
Okay.
$5 could win me $40.
You're just putting those two?
Going to hit that right there. Yeah. Might add some more.
All right.
But that is.
What about the over-under? I do see you. I see you. The over-under at 43.5 tonight. I feel like if Washington wants to win, or if Washington wins, it has to be the under.
Yeah,
you got to have the defense wreak havoc against Hurts, who right now, Philly undefeated. He's in that MVP conversation.
Yeah, do we think plus 3,000 Armani Rogers scores a touchdown?
If you want to go for that, go right ahead. I am
Just
staying
kidding.
away.
All right, let's keep talking about this. I've done my $5 live bet that I'm going to lose tonight.
All right. Washington coming in tonight, averaging 17.7 points per game offensively. The defense allowing 21.3 points per game on average. Philadelphia on the other side, 28.1 points per game offensively. The defense forcing teams to be at 16.9 points per game. So Washington, if they want to win, I honestly feel like has to be to that 17 to 20 range and hold Philly.
No, I think they got to get 24 plus points to win.
24? So
at least.
Would you go 24-21? That puts you at the over by half a point.
Yeah.
44.
I mean, the Commanders have scored 17 points in the last 2 games. They scored 23 against the Packers, 12 against the Bears, 17 again against the Titans.
Exactly. It's been tough. This team has not been strong offensively, but with Dotson back, I'm really hoping that tonight's a different story.
Me
try
too.
to hang around with Philly.
Yeah,
so
I would tend to agree
I'm
with that.
still, if it goes 24-21, which honestly I'd feel like it'd be more realistic to go like 20-17 if Washington does pull out the win with the guys that they have available. There's another guy that we haven't mentioned that you thought was going to be available tonight, but it seems like is not, is Cole Holcomb.
Yeah, I thought he was going to be available. I thought he was coming back from this foot injury. But with him out, they have They've brought up Nathan Gary from the practice squad. I believe Nathan, is it Gary or Jerry? I think it's Jerry. He's actually a former Eagle, as funny as that sounds. He played for the Eagles from 2017 to 2020. I believe he won the Super Bowl with them.
All right.
And they've also brought up, for the first time this year, Jarrett Patterson, the local guy out of Maryland, who grew up a huge Washington fan. He's back in the starting lineup. They're not in the starting line. Back in the lineup with, it appears, Jonathan Williams out with a knee injury tonight.
Okay.
No, they have not made the the final. The players active in that. I don't think that comes out until. Usually don't get it on for 1 p.m. games until 11:45 in the morning. So
let's now get into all the different bets that you could potentially do if you want to make a parlay. And let's start with Taylor Heineke's over-unders for tonight. And the first one being is passing yards. Over-under 213.5 passing yards.
I'm going to go, if they win, for them to win, he's got to go over.
If they win? I'd agree. Unless you honestly think that the ground game could be the big thing against Philly, but it has not been lately, so I agree. You have to go over 213.5 passing yards, and you have to rely on Heineke's arm if Washington wants to get the win. Completions, 20.5. He'd have to be over that as well, and he'd clearly have to be over the 0.5
Wait, they
touchdown
give him
passes.
0.5 touchdown passes?
Over under half a touchdown pass. So
I
if
feel like
he throws
that's
one,
easy
it's
over.
I do too, especially with Dotson back.
Yeah.
So you should have waited to do your parlay so that you could have added that into it. But
can I cash out and redo a parlay? Is that not how
if
it
you
works?
cash out now, I think you lose a few cents unless they already locked it. But moving on to Philadelphia, Jalen Hurts over under 240.5 passing yards.
What's his average?
I don't know. But to be honest, I think he gets over today.
Yeah, I think he goes over too. But I will have to say this pass defense has been a lot better.
It has.
Since Chris Jackson. His name's not Chris Jackson. His name is William Jackson III. Hasn't played.
Him and Wild Goose.
Yeah.
Has looked really impressive tonight, and hopefully he's able to contain A.J. Brown. Which is a tough task. You saw last week and all season long how impressive Brown is.
Yeah. But I think you get the over the 1.5 touchdowns. What do you think? Touchdown passes. I think you get the over 1.5.
I'm going under.
Okay. 19.5 completions. I think you get the over.
I'm going over as well.
285.5 passing and rushing yards combined. I think that's a yes.
Yes.
And then will either quarterback throw an interception?
Yes.
Yes. Jahan Dotson over 21.5? Yes. Curtis Samuel over 40.5 receiving?
Yeah, these are receiving yards.
I don't know, because we use them in the run game. Wow.
Yeah. So I'll say under for that.
Yeah, I'll go under as well.
I'll agree over for Jahan Dotson, 21.5 receiving yards.
Terry McLaurin, he goes over 50.5.
Yes, I think he has a big day today. That's why I'm repping him today.
Devontae Smith, 52.5.
Under.
Under as well. Dallas Goedert, 45.5. I think over.
Over. It seems like against Washington, there's always tight ends that perform.
A.J. Brown, 72.5. I'm taking the over. It's A.J. Brown.
If Washington wants to win, you take the under. So if you actually think that the miracle happens, you take the under.
Yeah.
But if you aren't crazy and a huge Washington fan that especially hates Philadelphia, you take the over.
Yeah, I would say that as well. Devontae Smith, 4.5 catches, as well as Dallas Goedert. What do you got for each of them?
Under for Smith, over for Goddard.
Yeah, I would say the same as well. Curtis Samuel, over under 4.5 catches.
Under. Unless there's some screens here and there.
Jalen Hurts.
That could be the thing.
Yeah,
we could see him in the screen game instead of in at running back, or even if it's a jet sweep that's just a touch pass.
Yeah.
You never know how he's used, but I have liked the way that Washington's been able to use them.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts, over under 41.5 rushing yards. I think, we said, I don't know, man.
I'm going under.
I'm going the over if he has the over 285.5 passing and rushing.
I'm going with like 4 sacks tonight for the defensive line of Washington.
Okay.
I think they wreak havoc.
All right. The over-under for 33.5 rushing yards for Brian Robinson.
Under.
What about Antonio Gibson set at 34.5?
Over.
What about Miles Sanders, 68.5?
Under.
I think he goes under as well. Move down to the touchdown scores. Jalen Hurts, minus 121.
Don't take it.
Don't take it?
Away.
Miles Sanders, minus 115.
Stay away.
A.J. Brown, plus 115.
Take it.
Dallas Goedert, plus 190. Take it.
Take it.
Devontae Smith, plus 200.
Nah.
Terry McLaurin, plus 230.
Yeah, maybe. Depends on if you feel like it's either him or Dotson, who we'll get to later.
Yeah. Antonio Gibson, plus 255.
Take it.
Curtis Samuel, plus 290.
Take it. Why not?
Brian Robinson, plus 310.
No.
I'm taking the Jahan Dotson, plus 430. Because I already did that.
I already did
that. There's
I
already
Dotson,
a bet placed on my Barstool Sports.
I'm going with that low-scoring 20-17 game in favor of Washington. So if I had to pick out of all those options for Washington when it comes to touchdowns, I'd go Dotson and Samuel. Actually, that would be my two.
There you go.
So let's take our 3-minute break, and on the other side of that break on Monday Night Mayhem, we'll be joined by the head coach of the Shepherd University Rams football team, Ernie McCook. You're tuned in to Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
WVU Medicine is pleased to introduce 8 new providers at Berkeley and Jefferson Medical Centers and University Healthcare Physicians. Dr. Munib Malik, Nephrology. Neonatal Nurse Practitioner Antonia Montag. Dr. Janice McMillan, Endocrinology. Nurse Practitioner Kimberly Applegate, Infectious Disease. Nurse Practitioner Saba Ademe, Hospitalist. Certified Nurse Midwife Brianna Lilly. Physician's Assistant Skylar Sade, Family Medicine. Dr. Kelly Ash, Family Medicine OB. WVU Medicine, growing to meet the needs of our community.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all. And Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars, too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
Hi, I'm Annette McDonald, and I am the designer at Orsini's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We welcome you into our store to show you a complete line of what we do here. We design your cabinetry, quartz countertops, granite countertops, hardware, anything for the full remodel of your kitchen and your home needs. We also do bathrooms, and we have flooring available too. We make sure that your project with Orsini's is the best in the market. Welcome to Orsini's.
Orsini's.com.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night. Thursday is steak night. Fridays are dinner specials. Saturdays there's live music. And Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern. Welcome you back to the Neon Moon Tavern at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg for more Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. The opportunity to still win that family 4-pack of WVU tickets to tomorrow's game against Moorhead State up for grabs. And Spencer, just so that I don't mess it up again, what's the trivia question?
All right, so what was it? A month ago we talked to Tyson about how many people have caught a touchdown in his time. Has he thrown a touchdown to? How many guys?
I gave you the chance, and now you're messing it.
Yeah, I am messing up. But how many guys has Tyson thrown a touchdown to during his time at Shepherd? And we went over it. He got, I believe, almost everyone correct.
He did.
And he's added a few since then.
Yep.
Guys get touchdowns.
You don't have to name
all of them. You don't have to name them all. You still got to name the number.
All you have to do is give us the number of guys that have caught a touchdown pass from Tyson Bagent during his time at Shepherd, and you, for free.
It was 27 up until that weekend, right? 27 different guys?
No.
What was the number?
We can't say it, otherwise people know the answer for free, and then they can
number.
just... Yeah, all they have to do is say the number.
Yeah, but
I mean, do you want to get the answer, and then you can go?
No.
You got to prep.
Exactly.
I don't think...
No, I was just thinking, so for the viewing, people that viewed the last time would know the number that it was up until that point, right?
Yeah, and then you have to figure out how many people, if you watch the games.
Since then, yeah.
If you watch the games on TV, then you would know.
Now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I will tell you, if you come and guess the number 27, that is not correct.
Okay.
I'm cursed by that number, by the way, but I don't want to go down that rabbit hole right now. As the voice that you hear on the radio side, we're joined by the head coach of the Shepherd Rams, Ernie McCook, and Coach McCook. Welcome back to the show.
Yeah.
You missed last week, your Ravens getting the win.
I know, I did. I missed last week, but we had some great social media people here covering for me.
They did a
great
job.
We actually had to practice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because of a social justice, that Division II social justice awareness on. We couldn't do any care activities on voting day, election day.
That was Tuesday, and then
yeah.
You guys still had the walkthrough and everything, Veterans Day, I'm assuming, Friday?
We did.
So
we sure did.
But yeah, it was a different schedule. That's why we didn't have Coach McCook on last week. But appreciate Quinn as well as Jack and Jamie that did come on, and they did a great job to help us prepare for last week's game. And Coach, let's now get into talking about last week's game, the Pennsylvania State Athletic Conference Championship at IUP, and fortunately it was a close loss for your team, but let's just get into your thoughts overall.
You know what? We knew it was going to be a tough ball game going on the road. The weather wasn't anything that any of us wanted to play in, and
it didn't look like it'd be a factor much at that point, really.
Yeah, but it ended up, it ended up being a factor, But so we were watching the weather all week, and we knew that we were going to play against a really good football team in Indiana, and that we would have had to play a really solid football game in all three phases. And we just had letdowns in really offensively and defensively. I felt our kicking game was, we had letdowns there too. So we had letdowns in all three phases that didn't help us be successful in winning that football game. IUP was able to establish a run on offense, and then once they were able to do that, it really opened up their playbook. Defensively, they did a great job of shutting down our run when we did attempt to run the football, and we turned the ball over twice in the red zone. That hurt us. And then we had what I think is really a tough deal for us is we didn't field some punts that kept us that drove us deep into the territory, trying to drive out of the deep into our own territory. So it was obviously disappointing. We came to work on Sunday, and we made our corrections and visited there with the players, and we put that one to bed, and now we're focused on the playoffs. But I'm sure we have more questions about that game.
Well, I wasn't going to ask about the game. I was going to ask the ceremony on the field prior to the game as Adam Stilley. You talk about a lot of your players this year, but one player that you haven't really talked a lot about is center Adam Stilley.
Yeah.
A PSAC champion scholar. He does it in the classroom and on the field.
Adam was a transfer from West Virginia University. Obviously played his high school football at Martinsburg High School under Dave Walker and had a great career there, then walked on at WVU. Then made the decision that he wanted to come home, play with Tyson, and he ended up being our starting center. He's been our starter for the last 2 years. You know, in recruiting him, we knew what a great student athlete he was. I don't think he's ever achieved anything less than an A. And he's always been involved with all the student organizations he's a part of. Has got his bachelor's degree, going to finish his MBA here in the fall. And so I thought that him being recognized for all his hard work in the classroom, and he's done a great job for us as a football player. It's been, you know, you always like to see those great things. And, you know, it was fun watching his mom and sister come on the field and celebrate that moment with him, and credit to his hard work.
When did you guys find out that news?
I found out on Tuesday, Wednesday, got an email, said, hey, can you make Adam Steele available for ceremony? And then they said, if you don't want to, that's okay. I was like, come on, man, scholar athlete. You know, you want to be a champion scholar athlete. We want to recognize that. And I imagine we had some other players that were also in contention for that, but Adam ended up pulling it off.
Instead of going back to the game, I want to go back to before the game. Last week during practice, a very special moment for your program on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Tyson Bagent was officially invited to the Greasy Senior Bowl.
Yeah, that was the best unkept secret there was, I think.
I mean, everyone knew it was happening at some point.
Yeah,
I was about to say, we knew it was happening at some point. We did not realize it was going to be Wednesday.
Our offensive coordinator, Tyler Haynes, is our point of contact for the NFL. You know, he's our pro liaison. And he's also been the guy that Jim Nagy communicated with, the executive director of the Senior Bowl. Said, hey, they want to come and make an official announcement for Tyson, you know, an invitation for Tyson to go to the Senior Bowl. So I thought that was really cool. You know, I just think the Senior Bowl is the Mac Daddy of them all. You know, it's the one we watch on ESPN, the practices, the game, you know, and seeing that. So I thought that was really awesome. And, you know, couldn't be happier for Tyson Bagent. You know, they're going to take six quarterbacks. 3 will play on one side, 3 will play on the other, and he'll have a chance to play with the best in college football.
And I saw on Twitter that afternoon that Jim Nagy had posted, we've got 2 small school invites to hand out today. And I texted it to them, and I said, it's got to be Tyson.
Yeah.
And come to find out, Tyson, they also went to Frostburg State to give an O-lineman one as
well.
Yeah,
I think we got an O-lineman I would rather see them take, but I get it. You know, you got the Frostburg O-lineman, good player, and you know, yeah,
that's
great
pretty cool
story.
though that they're 2 schools within a few hours of each other that are really small schools in the Division II level that are getting guys going to the Senior Bowl.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, credit to that young man and the Frostburg program and the way they've developed over the last years, and to being a really significant player in Division II athletics.
And I like one thing that I saw on the video was like, you know, that's a huge individual honor. I mean, Tyson had to know that at some point this was he knew it was a huge possibility for him to get invited to the Reese's Senior Bowl. I mean, Travis's dad had been going on about it for, you know, months, like he does about a lot of stuff. But for the fact that, you know, that moment came, that moment happened, and then for him, a minute or 2 later, he goes and says, all right, guys, we still got to take care of business.
Yeah.
This is still up to us. Just goes to show the kind of person he is on and off the field.
He is an unbelievable leader, you know, and I tell every NFL scout when they come in here, I was like, I don't know if he'll make your team. That's your decision. But he won't embarrass any of you guys for jumping on the table for him and getting him into your building. And Tyson, he's the easy guy for me to bet on. He's been a great team leader for our program. He's and nothing surprises me what he does. Yeah, we've never had anybody with this kind of leadership.
All right, Colin.
I was about to say, go back quickly to the IUP game. What are some things that you feel like the team needs to improve off of after that loss and learn from?
You know, we got to make sure we handle adversity. You know, we're going to have to rebound. We're going to have a good week of practice, preparing for a really good football team in New Haven University. You know, that loss was not devastating. I was going to say the word devastating. That was disappointing. And when you look back on how that game played out, we weren't in sync offensively. We didn't execute to the level we wanted to. We didn't get the stops on defense that we wanted to do, and we didn't make the ordinary play extraordinary in the kicking game. So if you look at the three phases and the fact that we were still in that football game somewhat, that maybe the ball bounces a little differently at any one point, we have a chance to win. And we didn't feel good about how we played. So our job is that we have to come back and we have to play the kind of football that we feel good about playing.
All right, any final questions for this one before we take our break and get focused on that New Haven game?
Do not.
All righty. We'll step aside for a 3-minute break and then be back for more to break down the game against New Haven as it's the start of the postseason NCAA Division II playoffs for Shepherd. So don't go anywhere. Live from the Neon Moon Tavern, it's Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk. See dealer for details.
You've been in an accident. Why won't the insurance company pay? Because they're trying to save money at your expense. Call Mansion Ferretti for your free consultation. We have the experience to deal with the insurance company and get you the compensation you deserve. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night, Thursday is steak night, Fridays are dinner specials, Saturdays there's live music, and Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern. Welcome back to the Neon Moon Tavern at 4529 Shepherdstown Road for more Monday Night Mayhem. Colin McLaughlin for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Alongside me is Spencer Dupuis. We're joined by the head coach of the Shepherd Rams, Ernie McCook. And Coach McCook, didn't mean to interrupt you there as we got ready, but just talking a little bit about karaoke, which takes place after the show at 10 p.m. during the game. So getting a little bit into a song Spencer and I like to do, and you were about to bring up a point. I don't know, what song would you do if you did karaoke, Coach?
Well,
let's go that route.
Let's have some fun.
You know what? I did karaoke twice in my lifetime.
Okay.
All right. One of them was in Orlando, and I was there for a coaches convention. And do you remember when they used to do the competitions with the bodybuilders? Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Something with the stars. It wasn't. It was. Man, I wish I could remember it. But so I'm there at the dinner table. It's a dinner theater like kind of deal, and it's a competition with these elite athletes, really rocked up. And my buddy was friends with one of the performers, and they had it all set up that they were going to hand me the mic and have me lead the whole arena in a karaoke type event. And I didn't know the song, and they laughed at me, and it was embarrassing because it was a song.
What song?
I don't even remember, but it was one I probably should have known. You know, it's one that everybody knows, and
you didn't?
No. So I went up there and I faked it, and
just lipped it.
Yeah, and probably wait a minute, I did do karaoke a couple other times, but I don't think it was karaoke. I just grabbed the open mic and had at it. I was at a wedding and had way too much to drink. So if I'm ever at a wedding and you hear me go, is this thing on? It's bad news getting ready to happen.
Take the mic away and take the drink away.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
All right,
we say that every week for Spencer.
Yeah.
Let's talk about this week's opponent. Obviously, the NCAA Division II selection show last night. You guys still get a good seed in the number 2 seed in the Super Region. Fortunately, losing the PSAC championship kind of knocked you out of getting the first round bye, but that means you don't have a week to think about that, or you don't have 2 weeks to still have that loss in your mind. You get to go back out on the field on Saturday, take on the New Haven Chargers at 12 p.m. at Ram Stadium.
Yes, really. I mean, you could sit there and we could look at missed opportunities. I think everybody, going back to last week's game, and we'll put it to bed, but I think when we set our goals, we want to win the opener, we want to win the Eastern Division, we want to win the PSAC Conference Championship. And we didn't achieve that goal, but we still have other goals that we want to achieve here in the playoffs. The fact that we earned the number 2 seed, that we're able to play this game at home, and if we win again, we'll play again at home, is pretty exciting. We love to play in Ram Stadium. We love when our players get a chance to play in front of the hometown crowd, and so we're really excited about that part of it. Things look, our players are excited to get back out on the field tomorrow and start working on the game plan install. We have a great team that we're going to play against, New Haven University. They have a lot of playoff experience, and so we're going to have our hands full, and we're going to have a great week of preparation for them.
Did I see they played their conference championship game against Southern Connecticut State?
No, what they do is their conference is like we have a lot of numbers in the PSAC. They don't have a lot of numbers, so they have each conference team plays at least one team twice.
Oh, okay, so they played them twice at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, they played
once at the beginning of the year and once last week.
Yeah, and so you'll see a lot of repeats with that. And they had a non-conference game with Bowie State.
That was a good one, too. I remember Bowie State was a solid team last year.
Yes.
And I guess compared to last year, down season for them, but still a very solid program.
Really good program. And so they had that, and then their 2 losses, 8-2, were to Bowie State, the first game of the season. They were on the road, Labor Day weekend. And in fact, when you guys came up at our Southern Connecticut game, some of their players were at our game versus Southern Connecticut, because it's in the same town and stuff like that. And then their other loss was to Assumption, where Assumption plays great defense.
1 point loss.
Yeah, so they're a good football team, and having a chance yesterday and today dive into their film and kind of see the players they have. They have good players that play extremely hard in all 3 phases. So this is not going to be an easy game. It's going to be a tough ball game. They're really good on defense. They're very good on offense. And they have a great coaching staff. I tell you, I was on a conference call with our administration, their administration, just talk about the game. They do it the right way. I could just tell that they're very focused and locked into their program. They do things the right way. They're used to being in the playoffs. There's nothing that's going to these guys aren't going to be ready for. So we're going to stress and fellas, I told our team today, we met a little bit to kind of go through the week of preparation. I said, hey, we're playing each game now to keep this team together one more week. And, you talk about the things that I think about, and me personally, I think about, this is the last game, the next game we lose, or when we finish when we play our last game of the season, it'll be the last game that I get to coach my son. It'll be the last game I get to coach Tyson Bagent. It'll be the last game I get to coach Brian Walker, Kyle Smith, Malik Holloway. That list of seniors that went on and on. So that it's important that, man, we want to hold this thing together as long as we possibly can.
Speaking of Tyson Bagent, he's walking in the
Yeah.
bar right now.
Oh man, he's got the 100 catch guy with him, Dylan Brewer. Hey,
He's
Dylan.
got
I was about to
karaoke
say,
enthusiast over here.
Since we mentioned karaoke earlier, you might have to stick around and hear Dylan sing.
I'm going 100 catches because I know there's one that we were missed. Yeah, it counts. In my heart, it counts.
But Dylan, when it comes to karaoke, he is a solid contributor here at the Neon Moon Tavern.
There is one of my all-time favorite dudes right there, Dylan Brewer. Man, the myth, the legend. He's awesome.
How cool is it to kind of see a lot of these alums or guys that were on this team at some point coming to this event here? Tyson's got a big pool. He's got a lot of friends that still are in the area, and they come out to this event. They probably come out to practices and games as well.
Yeah, you know what? I love the culture that we have in this football program. I love the fact that we have a lot of people. Shepherd football is important.
Yes,
it's important to a lot of people in this community. And they could get frustrated with how things play out sometimes and voice their frustration. And I'm okay with that because I know how much the passion that people have for Shepherd University football. And that's what makes it exciting to play here and coach here. On Saturday, right before the kickoff, I guarantee the hairs on the back of my neck are going to be standing up because we're in Rams Stadium. We have our fans there. We're going to play a playoff game, a meaningful football game in November. And it'll be awesome.
And the fans are going to show out like they always do.
Yes, they will. Yes, 100%.
All right, same question. I do always. Now I get the same answer. Game plan. Here we go.
How about we change this question up?
Okay, you want the game plan? What do you want to know about the game plan?
What is it? What do you guys need to do to get the win this week? Bounce back.
One, we have to stop the run, make New Haven one-dimensional. All right, and we've got to play. We've got to be able to run to the football and tackle. I think we need to create some turnovers. IUP didn't turn the ball over. We need to take care of the ball ourselves. We need to make the ordinary play extraordinary, and we have to just execute and not make mistakes. Make ourselves hard to beat. That's the goal each week. You want to play a fundamentally sound football game where you make yourself hard to beat, and that's what we want to be.
See there. At the end, we got a little bit of something different out of that question.
Yeah. Well, tell me this.
You got to go with that answer.
Yeah,
you can't give too much away. It's early in the week.
It's also Monday, so they've got a little to work on.
You guys want to ask me about injuries or anything like that?
Yeah,
I know you do. I can see it in your eyes.
What's the injury situation? We missed seeing a player on the field receiving core-wise on Saturday.
It'll be a game-time decision.
Does his team get the win over my team tonight?
He's an Eagles fan?
No. Beach is.
Oh,
Beach is an Eagle. Ryan Beach is an Eagles fan.
Yeah, he's an Eagles fan.
Oh, Beach. Oh, I didn't know that's who we were talking about.
We were talking about Ryan Beach. He missed the game.
Yeah, Ryan will be good.
Okay.
Which guy were you thinking?
Yeah, I'm
confused now.
Yeah, I'm trying to confuse you because I know this is on YouTube TV.
That's true. That's smart.
Oh man!
Come on, Colin.
All right. So
you got me.
Hey, how are we gonna? Who? Oh, okay. I don't know. The Eagles are going to be tough to beat.
They are.
They are.
Is it in Philadelphia?
Yeah, it's in Philadelphia.
Wow.
And what was it? 10 years ago? Was it 2012? No, it was 2011. The Monday Night Massacre.
Since we brought up your guys, hey, how's the sale of that team coming?
It's coming, at least.
Yeah.
It's coming. It's finally in the final steps, right?
He spoke today. He said he's going to do it.
He didn't directly say he was going to do it.
He said he wanted to own an NFL team.
He did say that.
Do you want Bezos to buy your team?
I want anybody except Dan Snyder.
Anybody.
Anybody but Dan.
I will start going to games again once Dan Snyder is no longer.
Are you a Commanders fan, too?
Yeah. I grew up in Leesburg, which was 15 minutes from Ashburn.
Okay.
So I used to see Chris Cooley.
Hey, man, sorry. Don't be...
It's a sore spot.
Yeah.
It's a sore spot.
Hey, man, I grew up watching the the Hogs, John Riggins, God rest his soul, Dave Butts passed away.
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are, to watch with Dan Snyder. I don't want to get there.
We talked about it.
We've talked about
he gets all jacked up at me. Yeah, we're talking about Dan Snyder.
We're stopping. Don't worry. He's going to be gone soon, so that's what the hope and prayer is, that he will no longer be the owner. But, Coach, final thoughts. Final thoughts.
You know what? We're excited to play this football game, and we need everybody in the stadium, have some fun, get out early, tailgate. It'll be a noon kickoff. Have a lot of fun. Let's root the Rams on to victory.
I got a quick question before we get out of here.
Okay.
So, do you guys have to, because I know when you look at the bracket, it says all games kick off at 1. Do you guys have to, how does that work without lights? You have to go in and remind them every year, hey, we don't have lights?
No, they just throw that out as a general time. And in that conference call we had, we could have chosen a different time. There was a time when early on when we started making playoff appearances that you couldn't host unless you had lights.
Oh.
Yeah, so that
was a disadvantage for your
that was a
teams.
long time ago, but we
So you just couldn't host? Did you have to change locations? What was
you would have had to? I don't think you could host.
Okay.
I think that
so
was
you automatically were an away team.
Yeah,
It disqualified you from hosting.
Now I think
That's
that was early on in the 90s and stuff like that, but that was a long time ago. But fortunately, we're able to do it now. We like the noon kickoffs, and that's how the whole new kickoff thing started for us. We got into the playoffs. And we started realizing, man, when we kick this thing off at noon, we're done early. We're home with our families, have a little dinner, because we never have dinner with our families.
Yeah, it's the life of a coach, right?
Yeah, exactly. So, Coach Cater and I were sitting there talking, and we're like, man, yesterday was kind of nice. Of course, we won, and we're like, man, that was fun. I got home, got to watch a little college football. I had dinner with my family. All my kids were little at the time. And we're like, what if we started doing noon kickoffs at Shepherd? And we started doing them, and that's how we got to them.
Well, I bet Tyson is happy that there'll be a noon kickoff on Saturday, because then he can go support Ezra Saturday night.
That's exactly right,
true.
man.
So.
That's right. I'm rooting for the Bajans to be 2-0 this week, baby.
I think we all
As
are.
all of us, exactly. Thank you, Coach. You want to give one final guess for those WVU tickets before we go off?
One final guess?
Yeah. What do you think?
He's got a coach.
He could give them away to somebody that he
That's
knows
true.
then, instead of us giving them away. What do you think?
You said, 37.
No.
You were closer with what you said before.
Well,
so we're going to take the 3-minute break, let Coach know what the answer is, and then be back for more Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Would that be bad if I tweeted it?
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
With Honda, every summer adventure is the destination. Take your adventures even farther with Honda, America's most fuel-efficient full-line automaker. For a limited time, well-qualified buyers can get a 2.9% APR on a 2022 Honda Civic and a 3.9% APR on a 2022 Accord or 2023 HRV.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
See dealer for financing details. Exclude Civic Si based on EPA estimate of MY20 full-line automaker fleet-wide fuel economy 2021 EPA Automotive Trends Report.
My kids Vince, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
The American College of Emergency Physicians recently announced that WVU Medicine Berkeley Medical Center's Emergency Department has once again achieved the Bronze Standard Level 3 Geriatric Emergency Department accreditation. This program recognizes emergency departments that provide excellent care for older adults and have geriatric appropriate equipment and supplies available. Berkeley Medical Center's Emergency Department is one of 2 geriatric accredited emergency departments in West Virginia. WVU Medicine, leading healthcare here and everywhere.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night. Thursday is steak night. Fridays are dinner specials. Saturdays there's live music. And Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern. Welcome back to the Neon Moon Tavern live at 45 in Martinsburg. Thank you, Tyson, for sliding down my water to me as we continue Monday Night Mayhem in these 4 tickets to tomorrow's WVU men's basketball game against Morehead State. Again, still up for grabs. All you got to do is stop by, answer our trivia question. Yeah, those are real. It's free.
These are from last year.
No.
Authentic.
Hey, well, the thing is...
It's for tomorrow. What are you talking about?
The winner has to answer a trivia question. And it'd be if they watched the show earlier in the year. Remember when we gave you the trivia question?
What was the question?
How many receivers?
Yeah.
How many people had you thrown at?
Yes.
And
so the answer is, what is it now?
Yes.
So
it was.
Obviously, you can't say it, otherwise people will know. And then
I'm saying it was.
Nope.
Oh, no, okay, all right.
Hey, I'm just glad he didn't forget me.
Hey,
that's the thing.
If you want to go, you can guess.
Oh.
Yeah, I was about to say. If you got no plans tomorrow.
He just has to guess the number?
Yeah, just the number. All you need to know is how many guys have caught a touchdown pass from Tyson in his Shepherd career, and you get 4 tickets to tomorrow's WVU basketball game.
Well, I was listening to that one night. I think it was like 26, wasn't it? 26, and then now there's like 3 new guys. So it's like...
Well, I'm going to tell you right now you're wrong.
You're wrong. So, don't say anything yet. You're wrong.
So you're wrong right now, but you still got plenty of time. Stop on by as we get ready for Monday Night Football tonight and some karaoke. And Tyson, you sticking around?
I got a meeting at 9:45.
Oh no. Well, what if she gets here early?
If she gets here early, I'm game.
Hey,
you're gonna miss us.
You put your boy in last week and he took over.
He did. Hey, he's a karaoke king.
Man, Killing Me Softly. Everybody missed that performance, and I think that was my best. I was on
really good.
Hey, thank you.
All right, let's get into last week's game. A loss to IUP. Disappointing.
Oh,
Just
man,
get overall thoughts.
I was in a great mood. I was in a great mood.
We have to talk about it. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I get it. Coach McCook had a great point earlier today at our team meeting. You get 2 things when you come to Shepherd. When you lose once, it feels like you've lost 5 times because it never happens. And another thing you can forget about the 10 wins that you did have, and just because the 1 loss can just affect you so much. Honestly, the conditions of the game, they were what they were. We can't use that as an excuse. We had some plays not go in our favor. We executed poorly in a lot of key moments in the game, myself included. But lucky for us, we're one of the 28 teams that's able to get that taste out of our mouth this coming weekend. And I think everybody is, hungrier than ever and more excited than ever to get, a home playoff game at Ram Stadium, where we can kind of, rewrite all our wrongs that we had this past Saturday.
By the way, before we advance, got to apologize. We completely forgot to introduce Dylan onto the show. So Dylan Brewer, former Shepherd Ram, welcome onto the show. Appreciate you having on this side, because you've been here, every week it seems like now? Just haven't got to be on the show. So
my two dogs.
We ran into Jalen at Chipotle on Saturday before the game in Indiana.
Hey, Dylan Brewer, 2019 All-American receiver, 99 catches, school record at Shepherd University.
Should have been 100.
It should have.
Hey, we're not going to talk about that either. It's all good though.
Yeah, it is. It's fine.
We'll say it's 100.
Hey, we'll just leave it as it is.
All right. So
thank you.
Let's get into your time as a Shepherd Ram. What do you miss the most, I guess? You want to start there, or what do you want to start with?
Oh, man, the locker room's a big thing. You know, I think you're never going to mimic that the rest of your life, that team atmosphere. And, you know, a lot of the people I played with over at Martinsburg, I was a former Martinsburg player. I was the only one that came here, and I played at Shepherd. And I've always watched Shepherd from...
So you're the guy that started the pipeline is what you're saying.
Ooh. What do you think? You're the first successful one, and then I just followed suit. So
I don't know. You just said that you have a record for Shepherd. I mean,
hey, look,
99 in a season.
I waited my time, and I did what I had to do. But you know, it's pretty easy when you have somebody like Tyson throwing you the ball, and then you just have good players all around you. But I would say team atmosphere, man. I really miss that. Had a lot of good guys in the locker room that I've learned a lot from, and all my friends now are former players I used to play with, so it was a great experience.
And I brought that up earlier to Coach McCook, that it seems like, just from an outsider perspective, I moved here a little over a year ago, just seeing all the people that come out to Rams games, all the former players. Like when I was once down on the sideline for week 1, there's a bunch of guys that somehow got on the field, and they were like, they were dapping everybody up. And especially for this show, see all the guys that come out, like you, and then Jalen came out, and just a bunch of guys that no longer play for Shepherd, or on top of the active guys that come out to this event. But I think it's pretty cool, all the guys that are still close in the area and can come around to the games and all the events.
Yeah, and for example, Brantley Osborne, he was a former Shepherd basketball player. Derek Gallagher, same thing. Jamison Deason, same thing, tight end. You know, they stayed here in Shepherdstown because they love it. This is a great atmosphere to be in. So
I think that's the biggest thing too. It's like, you know, when you don't have an amazing atmosphere like Shepherd does, it's easy to not come back. But when you know what it's like, I think one thing exciting for me that I've thought about, you know, in my future days is like how fun it will be to come back to watch a Shepherd football game and be in that atmosphere, and you know, have guys that you used to play with all show up and kind of have just a great time at Shepherdstown. I think that's what it all comes down to. I doubt that there's a lot of D2 programs that get as good of a turnout, you know, from a past player standpoint as Shepherd does, and it's just a testament to the atmosphere in itself.
Let's go back to last week during practice. You finally got the invite to the Reese's Senior Bowl, and we got to see the video that was created, and Nagy personally gave you the invite. How special was that, not only for you but for the team?
Yeah, you know, it was a very special moment for myself, for my family to be able to receive the news as well. My father was able to be there, which I know he was, you know, happy as can be.
He called this.
Did he cry this time?
You know what? He didn't cry in front of me, but I would not doubt that he shed a tear at some point that night.
He went back to his car to leave.
Got to.
Yeah.
He said, "My son just did this."
Yeah, but I think just, you know, my whole story with being a local kid and being able to garner the attention that I have from, you know, a small school like Shepherd, I think it shows, you know, the team, especially since they did it in front of the team, it shows the team what's possible if you kind of, you know, you just put your head down and work and you have a goal that you work towards. It was huge for them. And yeah, it was a great time. I felt, you know, Jim Nagy, that was very special what he did. You know, it was very cool that he did that, you know, personally. And I thought it was a great thing for everybody involved.
And not only do you get the invite to the Reese's Senior Bowl, but you get another NIL deal.
Yeah, that was cool too, because
I bet that came out of left.
I was so wrapped up in like, oh man, I got invited to the Reese's Senior Bowl, and then he hit me with the news about the NIL deal, so that was also pretty cool pretty cool backstory to the deal as well. So that was also exciting. I think that also excited a lot of my teammates as well.
What's that background story?
It's like a kind of like a underdog like company, like a walk-on type deal, to where like people from small schools and people that have made it from areas where people don't normally make it. They get these guys, and then they have them represent their walk-on organization, and I think they have a couple of restaurants that they do pretty well at. So it's pretty sweet.
Awesome. One thing that I thought was really cool, and it just kind of goes to show who you are as a person, was that happened. That's a big accomplishment in your life, just to get invited to something that caliber and being from a small school. You turned around like 5 minutes later and you said, guys, it's not over with. We still got something that's task in front of us. Although that didn't go your way on the weekend, you still have your overall goal in front of you guys.
Yeah, I think it's easy to get wrapped up in achievements and things that aren't, the season in itself. The whole reason that invite was able to be a thing is because of what, myself and the Shepherd University football team has been able to accomplish on the field. So I just, I wanted to keep the main thing. And, just make sure everybody's still just, not letting this this thing that's happening right now affect, our thought process on what needs to happen going forward.
Dylan already mentioned that your career at Shepherd finished in 2019, so from then to now, what's your life been like, and how much has it been fun to go back and still be a part of Shepherd and get to watch the success that these teams have had since then?
Oh, man. Talk about the Hail Marys last year.
Let's do it.
The Kutztown game, the Notre Dame one.
Were you there?
Oh, yeah, I was there. So I was there with my dad and a former player, Deion Jones. We're sitting there at the end, right on the other end zone. You're running around. You almost fell.
Yeah.
Every time you almost fall, like that roll out to the right, you fell almost fell twice. So that could have been one thing. But I just don't remember anything. I just know once I saw his hands go up, I was on the other side. I was in the other goal line because I sprinted all the way down. I was so hyped. That was beautiful, man.
It was.
Just to see that atmosphere and everything, and just everybody was there at the game. Everybody came from Shepherd. Everybody was behind you, and the whole you put the city on your back. The whole team did. So. That was just a great experience. And then homecoming this year, that's my favorite time of year. So, yeah.
What's it been like just from 2019, seeing how much Tyson has grown as a player and a human?
Oh, man. You still can't hit me on certain throws, but it's all good. So, we throw all the time. Like, we throw, man, I would say this summer we probably definitely hit 1,000 passes. What do you want to say?
Yeah, I mean, D. Brew's, a lot of receivers are prima donnas. They run a couple routes, they do a couple things, and then it's like, they need to take a break. D. Brew's like the only guy I've ever met, the only receiver I've ever, ran into or been able to throw to that will line up, run the route, catch the ball, line up, and we'll just keep going. We'll keep going. At the midway point, we'll take a 3-minute break, and then we'll do the rest of what we got to do on the other side. And then I can get in, I can get out. I got friends, family that I want to see every day. I got other things I want to do except prepare for football. So when I'm able to hit the field with D. Brew, I'm able to get in, get out, and I still accomplish what I want to do that day. So it's always and he's one of my best friends. So killing two birds with one stone, getting quality time with my guy, getting better at my craft. Getting a workout in, and then I can just get in and get out, and we can go about our day. So D-Brew is definitely one of the reasons that I've been able to continue to progress in my game, since I've gotten to college and even before that. So, yeah, definitely 1,000 passes.
So basically
Thank you,
what
buddy.
you're saying is when you make it big, you got to give back to him.
Oh, yeah. I mean, we've already, the deal is signed, sealed, and delivered. D-Brew, we will be in our lives, each other's lives for, unless he does something terrible to me. He'll be in my life forever. So,
I just like hanging out with you, man.
Yeah, we'll have a
yeah. So it's awesome.
Destined to have plenty more, good times together.
So when I got home today, you want to know what I thought about?
Huh.
You remember last year, the first workout you did in the off season? I whooped you.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen again this year. I'm waiting the first day the off season hits and he does that first workout.
Yeah,
we do workouts together too.
It's always rough. In season, I never want to work out hard enough to where I'm sore for multiple days. Because I'm like, man, I got to be loose. I got to be ready to do things. Got to be mobile and agile in the pocket. I don't want to have sore legs, sore glutes, or any of that. So the first workout back is always, pretty rough. But, I feel like I've prepared for that moment more so this season than I have in past seasons. So I'm optimistic on where that might be and where I might be in that workout. So I'm excited.
We'll see.
Yeah,
Time will tell.
Yeah, we will.
Alrighty, let's take a 3-minute break and then be back for more Monday Night Mayhem live from the Neon Moon Tavern after this on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent in Martinsburg is Smallwood & Small Insurance. Get a quote at smallwoodandsmall.com.
Erie Insurance.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices. And we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night. Thursday is steak night. Fridays are dinner specials. Saturdays there's live music. And Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern. Back to the Neon Moon Tavern for more Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Colin McLaughlin alongside Spencer Dupuy, and we're joined by Tyson Bagent and Dylan Brewster, former Brewer, Brewster, Bruiser.
He's got many
nicknames. The Bruiser, whatever you want to do.
Many names.
Man, I need to use those. D-Brew's been always the
D-Brew?
the go-to.
The Bruiser.
Yeah.
I like the Bruiser.
He calls me Brony. Yeah.
Brony. I like the Bruiser.
Yeah.
Never heard the Bruiser.
Why not?
Doesn't fit.
All right, well, nobody came in and answered the trivia question.
HD did. What are you talking about? HD got it. Question. You won, so.
24 is the number of players that Tyson's thrown a touchdown pass.
26 was close.
It was close.
Yeah, but you were about to add.
You said 26.
Oh, I was about to add. All right.
Yeah, Coach McCook originally said 27.
You think
So.
you know somebody?
I don't know. Well, he actually gave a solid question that we might have to pose on our social media and stuff and throughout the show. Who's next? Put odds on who's the next guy.
He said Max Fisher.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's where
Logically,
all
that makes
signs point to Max Fisher being the next one.
Yeah.
But
Max
now New
Fisher,
Haven's
Blake
going to
Hartman.
cover him, triple team him.
Max Fisher and Blake Hartman,
Yeah.
yeah. That's what sticks out to
So.
me, yeah.
All right, let's continue for the final few minutes. I want to hear both your guys' favorite memory playing together. I know it's tough.
You want me to go first?
Whoever figures it out first. We can't sit in silence. We're on the radio.
All right, I'm going to tell you a funny one. All right, you ready to
Hold
hear
on,
this?
what Coach just say?
What did he say?
Which one did you just say, Coach McCook?
Whatever you say has got to be PG, remember.
Oh, no. I'll keep it PG. So, my favorite memory, all right, usually people will tell you a good one, all right? Well, I'll tell you a good one, but Westchester. All
Okay.
right, it's at the. He already knows what I'm about to say. So it's at the
terrible memory.
It's at the end of the
no.
game. All right, it's at the end of the game. What were we at that point? We had to beat them.
We were already at the point where we had started off 2-2. We had to win out. Westchester, we were a severe underdog to the number 12 ranked Westchester.
Yeah,
So that's just a little backstory.
So we're going. It's the last part of the game. We're up by probably 2 scores, right?
Yeah. We've already won.
I think it's like 12 points, something like that. But so he's rolling out. I'm coming down. I'm running the little shallow route, and then we got Devin running over top. All right, Devin was burning people all game. It was at the end of the game. All we had to do is get a first down. Game's over. I'm sitting there. I'm right in his vision, and I'm like this.
Just waving your arm.
And you don't do that. But for a quarterback. But I'm sitting there. I'm like, man, what are you? And he throws it. Devin just drops it. It was an easy catch, but things happen. He's been catching the ball flawless all season. He catches it. It tips up. The guy picks it off in the end zone. They get the ball back with a minute to go. And I'm freaking out. I'm like, you got to throw the ball right here. You should have hit me. And I got my hands, and I'm like, right here. Oh, man, we came over to the sideline. Talk about an argument. But
about to be a brawl in Shepherdstown.
Yeah. But, looking back on that was a good memory for me because, we were both motivated for the game. We were frustrated. We wanted to just win. And I think, furthermore, going through the season, that just made our relationship and our connection and our chemistry that much better going forward. So we knew where each person was coming from at that point.
Tyson?
Yeah, I would say, for me, like it was like this weird thing with Debrew to where it was his 5th year. He had gone through his whole career with 2 catches, and then he burst on the scene after just a series of unfortunate events with receivers that we had. Week 1, he's got 1 catch for -1 yards. And then from that point on, like, he just went on a rampage. Like, week 2, he gets his first start, 12 catches, 150. Week 3, he gets to play. Another 11 catches for 160. Week 4, he gets to play 16 catches for 170. And it's just this weird thing where he's just going crazy, right? But it was also one of those things where I had thrown with him so many times that he wasn't doing anything that I hadn't seen him do before. But for everybody else, it was like, oh my gosh, this dude, this is a story right here. This is crazy. Like, and then the whole season he did that. And then we get to the playoffs and we're playing IUP. And I remember I threw him a post corner. He had 2 touchdowns that day. IUP, we're underdogs. We're away in our first road game. He does it again. 10 catches, 150, right? 2 touchdowns. His second touchdown, I throw him a post corner. He breaks the tackle, and then he's running down the sideline. And it's an easy. All the dude's got to do is tap him out of bounds. But Debrew, kind of how Ronnie Brown is a little bit awkward and unique in the way he moves and shifts around. Debrew's also got a little bit of that with him too, and he made a couple wiggles and. He was able to tightrope down the sideline and score a touchdown. And it was really like that game and how it ended with a game-winning touchdown and how he played, where it was just like I watched him score that touchdown. I was like, man, like it was like that was the first time where he was doing things that I didn't even know he could do. After like the whole season, I had watched him do things that I knew he could do. It was like he scores on that post corner against a really good team, against a good defense, and I was just like, man, hey, like D. Brew's kind of tough. Like this is crazy, right? So I would say just like, you know, watching him be able to do what he did that year, and then like that moment in the playoffs especially was kind of my favorite takeaways from what we did that year.
All right, let's we kind of getting close to running out on time. Got to get your guys' opinion on your alma mater, Martinsburg. Get a big playoff win against Morgantown in the rain the other night, and then they're moving on. Bridgeport at home this Saturday. Tyson, you gonna be able to go to the game after your game?
I am, yeah. I'll be there. I'm excited. I'm glad that they chose the time that they chose. I will be there.
We'll be there.
Yeah,
we'll be at both.
Martinsburg.
What time's the game at?
7:30.
Martinsburg.
All right.
No matter
Full
what
day
happens,
of football.
No matter what
I'll be
happens,
there.
what's thrown at them, whether it's a lightning delay, a rain delay, a big team, a small team, they find a way. They prevail. You know, they're going to win the state championship this year, and I'm excited to be able to watch the second round of the playoffs.
All righty, quickly, what's your team need to do? Get the win against New Haven.
We got to play efficient. We got to be efficient. We got to take advantage of the other team's mess ups, and we gotta just execute on big plays. You know, we got to be good on first and second down. We got to move people out of the way, and you know, we got to be fast in everything we do.
All right, shout outs.
Shout out to the Neon Moon. Shout out to my buddy Dylan Brewer for being on the show with me. Shout out to Hagerstown Ford. Shout out to Shepherd University football, and yeah.
Shout out to Senior Bowl.
Shout out
Can I do a couple
Jim.
shout outs? Oh man, so
I was just letting him finish, and now it's you.
My father-in-law, he's at home. His name's MD Spurgeon. They own Spurgeon Trucking. If you need any excavating needs, anything like that, he called me in the middle of the show, and I know he's like, "Oh, you need to take that sweatshirt off." But
no.
Support Spurgeon
Exactly.
Trucking, local business over there. It's on 11, going to Spring Mills. And then Next Level Auto Detailing. That's my business. I detail cars. I come to your house mobily. You can give me a call at 703-786-6250.
Yeah. Shout out to Medane. Shout out to Ashley. You know, but we'll see.
Hey, we got another guy from Nova in the review. From Nova?
Oh yeah.
I'm from Leesburg.
Well, no.
Oh.
So I was born there. I moved here. I moved to Winchester when I was 6, and then but I think you're really from where you became your true person. And that was here in West Virginia. So yeah, Martinsburg's my place.
All righty, well, appreciate you coming
thank
on
you,
the show.
fellas.
And Tyson, good luck this week. Hopefully we're talking about a win next week.
Let's go.
All right, 3-minute break, and then we have the Beast joining us to talk Martinsburg and Shepherd. You're tuned into Monday Night Mayhem live from the Neon Moon on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Hi, I'm Annette McDonald, and I am the designer at Orsini's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We welcome you into our store to show you a complete line of what we do here. We design your cabinetry, quartz countertops, granite countertops, hardware, anything for the full remodel of your kitchen and your home needs. We also do bathrooms, and we have flooring available too. We make sure that your project with Orsini's is the best in the market. Welcome to Orsini's.
Orsini's.com.
You've been in an accident. The choice of a lawyer may be the biggest decision you make for you and your family's future. At Mansion Ferretti, we offer a free consultation and no fees until we win your case. Call us today and protect your future. Mansion Ferretti, when you need justice.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch! The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%. Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night, Thursday is steak night, Fridays are dinner specials, Saturdays there's live music, and Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern. Welcome back to Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10, live from the Neon Moon Tavern at 4529 Shepherdstown Road. Stop on in, grab a bite to eat, nice cold beverage, and get ready to enjoy tonight's Monday Night Football matchup between Washington and Philadelphia, as we're now joined by Travis Bagent, the Beast, getting ready to talk about both Shepherd and Martinsburg, who this week will both be playing on Saturday. It's Martinsburg Saturday evening, Shepherd Saturday afternoon, and it's going to be a crazy day that we're all excited for.
I feel like I am 11 years old. My mama got a new boyfriend, and it's Christmas Eve on Friday night or Saturday. I cannot wait till Saturday, gentlemen. I mean, how perfect. Listen, 7:30 is exactly the exact second that I usually wake up.
Well, you'll have to wake up a little earlier than that.
I
was about to say, you got to wake up a little bit earlier because Shepherd plays at noon. You can't miss that one.
I'm saying this is after the Shepherd game.
After
every
Shepherd.
day, every time the Shepherd game is over, around 4:15, I get to my house, lay back, and 8 minutes later, I am snoring until about 7 o'clock, and I pop back up, and then I decide whether I'm going to take my beautiful wife out on the town, or am I going to go right back to sleep? So it's fitty. So this week, I don't think I'm going to take a nap. I think that I am going to go to the Shepherd game, try my best to relish in the moment, knowing that it could all be over any point now, as sadly as it is, and then get to go, hopefully watch Martinsburg play really, really well, and put the state back on notice that we are, in fact, headed to that state championship.
Alrighty, let's get your thoughts about Martinsburg's game against Morgantown last week. 42-14 win.
Yeah, I thought Morgantown, just like most underdogs do, they came out super inspired. I thought it was a great strategy by them to ignore any of the talk of moving the thing forward and back. I contemplated what I would do if Coach Sherman called me and I was the Morgantown coach. I'll be like, negative. I hope that it rains and rains and rains. And I would play on Friday night just like he did. I also think that our team maybe played a little too aggressive there because of the whole drama about not moving the game. But ultimately, let's just put it out there. How good is the Martinsburg football program if a 42-14 win could pose any negativity throughout the world?
I'll give you that.
That's it. So let's just keep in mind that is the gift and the curse of playing at Martinsburg, is that you are expected to absolutely dominate every single play, and they have proof that that's what had happened in the past, even though it's not really accurate. Those state championships allow the fans to be brutally and have not really be brutal, but just have a overwhelming demanding expectation of the program. So nothing's different. I love it. I would love to win every game 42-14 and everybody be upset about it. So that's where I'm at.
Hey, there were people upset, though.
Well, 100%, yeah.
At the very end of the game, people were upset.
Wait, talk to me. What are they upset about? I would love to tell them that they have bad lives and they are insecure and they should not be that unhappy.
I wasn't upset. It was a win.
I don't know. Somebody was unhappy that they threw a touchdown bomb with like a
That's
minute.
Morgantown's fault.
But
Cover
let's
it.
also
Cover it.
No, but let's also be realistic and say that we ran the ball. I mean, my goodness, if you are going to absolutely tackle our kids super aggressively while we are running the spread offense and you're going to ignore our receivers and come blitzing in and kill the running back the third or fourth time.
Yeah.
Got you. And, hey, listen, that touchdown pass. Here we go. The arm wrestling thing is going down today. Look, the crowd's getting live here. They know it's 4,500. It's 45 or 5,000.
I thought it was 5,000 this week.
I think you're right.
I think it's
$5,000, and I can hear the crowd. A couple of people making crazy comments in here. So, listen, I'm going to whip some guy's butt tonight, boy. I can already see it. He just rolled in. So, getting back to it, where were we at? What were we talking about?
Martinsburg.
Yeah, I know, but what? Oh, you said the people being upset. Also, too, that touchdown pass was exactly what Ezra needed.
That's true.
Yeah, I was
Give
going
him some confidence.
Yeah, I was going to yoke him up after the game, like I did Tyson at a couple of those games in high school. I know y'all think I'm like the model dad, right? Negative. I will yoke one of these kids up here now, and you keep throwing interceptions.
All right, let's get your thoughts about Shepherd's game against IUP.
Oh, man.
I can only imagine.
We have
before
to.
we get into this, when the time was messed up, I can only imagine being Travis Bajan at that point.
Oh, I was going crazy.
Yeah.
I was going crazy.
Yeah.
I was going crazy. Listen, there is no bigger fan of Shepherd Ram football than me. So let me tell you what happened last week. First of all, when you play IUP for the PSAC championship, you had a 50-50 chance anyway, okay?
Yeah.
You add on the genius of Paul Tortorelli, the terrible timing of one Mr. Nagy from the Senior Bowl. Listen, IUP did exactly what they should have did. They talked about Shepherd being the kings of the world for 4 days, every article, everything. Then they get us there. They get Adam Stilley out there before the game starts. They more or less tell you him that he's like the next Barack Obama out there. My man got a 9.6 GPA, right? I mean, just spreading the love.
That's more than all of us combined.
That's what I'm saying, right? I mean, they do every single thing, right? Including bring the Reese Senior Bowl there on Tuesday. So everyone in this program is just thinking that they the greatest thing since sliced bread. And the whole time I'm thinking, Coach is a genius, because as soon as the doors close, he's telling his guys, my man, do you think that I believe any of that stuff I just told them boys? Now let's go get these guys. And those dudes, along with the elements, made this perfect storm of a 24-21 loss. And right now, as a Shepherd Ram, the easiest thing you can do is try to point some fingers. But if you truly love the Shepherd Rams, you are going to become the very best version of what you are to them. Meaning, if you are a player, it is time to play your very best and most focused. If you are a coach, it is time to motivate at the most utmost level ever. If you are a parent, it is time to make sure that your kids are held accountable and you don't point fingers like some weirdo, right? We all come together, and now we have a tremendous opportunity. We have the best roster. We can play the best football in the entire region. And we now must be the most humble of teams, the most hungry, the most upset we could possibly be. So to me, thank you, IUP, for securing the SR region for one Shepherd University Rams. That's my spiel there. So listen, take it for what you want.
What do you think? You kind of brought it up there a little bit. The Wednesday after practice, where Jim Nagy comes out to practice, gives Tyson the invitation of a lifetime. Really, you knew it was coming at some point. You just didn't know when. The And that opens up so many avenues as he gets ready to endeavor past Shepherd once the playoffs end. But what does that mean to you and your family that he gets the Senior Bowl invite?
For our family, it is the top 89th thing that has ever happened, okay? Because, listen, we are studs over there at the Mason household, okay? For me personally, I mean, besides, like, I don't know, it's probably at least in the top 200 experiences of my life, all right? Now, listen, I'm 46 years old. You know how many days I've been on this earth that I was the baddest dude in my profession? A lot of days, okay? That night was absolutely amazing to our family, and just the way they did it. Listen, I have told you in the past that it's tough for me to talk about Tyson without seeming like I am bragging. But I am not surprised at that. I believe that you both knew that I told you it is a matter of time before he gets invited to the Senior Bowl. I'm going to continue on and tell you that he's better than anybody thinks that is now in charge of scouting and hiring him to that next level. So I am just extremely excited to have such a front row seat to watch it all happen. But I am glad now that we know that those extracurricular awards and activities are not anywhere near as important as it is to win the football game on Saturday. Every football game on Saturdays. Coach McCook, have a good night, young man.
Coach McCook exiting,
I'll call you about,
goes on.
I'll call you about the game plan about an hour. All right, my bad.
He gave us the game plan. Run the ball every single play.
Run the ball. Oh, my goodness. That's one thing that – there's one thing I regret about coming to Shepherd. It's how much we run the ball. Every play, run the ball, run the ball, run the ball, right? Did you hear what they said?
Come back. I said game plan, run the ball.
They said game plan was to run the ball next week. I told them the only thing I regret about coming to Shepherd is how much we run the ball. And I wish we could just get rid of that tailback. Get rid of that tailback all in itself.
You're going to get Ronnie in here, and he's
5 wide. Hey, I still want Ronnie Brown in the game. I just want him as a slot receiver rocking that jet sweep. Okay, baby?
All right.
No handoffs.
Let's take a 3-minute break and then come back and get ready for the arm wrestling challenge again. $5,000 on the line tonight. All you have to do is beat the baddest man in the arm wrestling universe, period, end of story, Travis Bagent, the Beast, and $5,000 is yours. So get on down to the Neon Moon Tavern right now before it's too late. So we step aside for a 3-minute break on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Conveniently located right off 81 at 214 Mid-Atlantic Parkway, Mountaineer Grill and Pub offers many daily specials, including happy hour 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. with $2 domestic bottles and $2.50 domestic drafts. Monday night is trivia night, Thursday night is wing night, and Wednesday and Sunday night is steak night.
Let's go! Drink some beers! Mountaineer Grill and Pub!
Hagerstown Ford continues to be your leader in car sales up and down the I-81 corridor. We will beat any and all competitors' prices, and we've made buying a new car easier than ever with one-day delivery better than Amazon and a return policy better than Walmart. Your satisfaction is our guarantee. If you don't like it, simply return it and we'll come pick it up. No questions asked. Why would you shop anywhere else? At Hagerstown Ford, we take great pride in our community and supporting our local student athletes. That's why Hagerstown Ford is the official car dealership of Shepherd Rams quarterback Tyson Bagent. Our remote buying process has made new car shopping so easy, you'll never even set foot in a dealership. Simply go to HagerstownFord.com and click on the car you want to buy it, or use the Axle Auto app. It's that easy. You can order your new car on any device. Go to HagerstownFord.com and get your new car signed, sealed, and delivered from Hagerstown Ford.
Laura. Hey, Laura. What's with the sunglasses? Ouch! The word is spreading. Bechtel Jewelers is home to some dangerously brilliant diamonds.
See the difference at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood. Sunglasses not included.
Hi, I'm Annette McDonald, and I am the designer at Orsini's in Martinsburg, West Virginia. We welcome you into our store to show you a complete line of what we do here. We design your cabinetry, quartz countertops, granite countertops, hardware, anything for the full remodel of your kitchen and your home needs. We also do bathrooms, and we have flooring available too. We make sure that your project with Orsini's is the best in the market. Welcome to Orsini's.
Orsini's.com. Located at 4529 Shepherdstown Road in Martinsburg, the Neon Moon Tavern has delicious food and cold beverages. Stop on in Mondays for some mayhem with us and Shepherd quarterback Tyson Bagent, or on Tuesday for some gourmet tacos. Wednesdays is whiskey and trivia night. Thursday is steak night. Fridays are dinner specials. Saturdays there's live music, and Sunday morning is brunch. We're open every day from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. Call us at 304-260-4002 for takeout, or stop on in to the Neon Moon Tavern. We welcome you back to the Neon Moon Tavern as the Beast, Travis Bagent, returning for the final 10 minutes. As he kind of disappeared on us for a little bit, so we had to get ready to start on without you. We were like, oh no, $5,000, he's just going to take it and run. Is he scared tonight with who's in the house? What was going on? We were like, all right, arm wrestling challenge, and Travis is just like, oh no, I'm not ready tonight.
I ran into Coach McCook there, and the thing, we started getting detailed into the game plan. Sorry, guys.
Well, should I ask?
No.
No? You can't give it away?
No, it was that I wanted to feed those guys on Thursday after practice, and then I was trying to get it all done. I'm like, you know what, Coach? We'll do it next week. So there you go. Look forward to something. That way you can kind of speak it into
We're trying not to look too forward because it's going to be a logistical nightmare for us.
So talk to me here. You guys will do both games this Saturday?
This Saturday, yes. But if it's next Saturday, we have no idea what we're doing if both teams play Saturday.
Because Coach Sherman will most likely pick
I don't
Saturday.
know.
Friday's
Don't
a
know.
tough. Friday's
I don't know,
tough.
but even
Friday's tough, but you got no school Friday.
Well, let's
but even
put it
then,
out here.
us going down to Huntington for a 7:30 Friday game and then making it back by noon, driving through the night, calling a game the next day, that's a logistical nightmare.
I got you. No problem. Well, listen.
I think we can try.
I hope that if they choose to play on Friday night, that you have 2 games next week. That's the most important thing.
Try.
Plus, hey, let's put it out there. Isaiah Fritz, Dylan Herrick, Spencer Powell.
Yeah.
These guys,
they
Jefferson
legit
got a big win.
Woo!
It was.
We could be talking about an EPAC Final Four.
Man, I told Ezra the other day you're going to play Jefferson in the semifinals and Musselman's in the finals.
Did he say that, Ezra?
I did say that.
I love the sound of that.
Listen,
The fact that let's look at the EPAC as a whole. The fact that a quarter of the playoffs, 4 out of the 16, were from the Eastern Panhandle, and now 3 out of the final 8 are still Eastern Panhandle teams, which means you have an opportunity next week to have 75%, 3 of 4 teams left in the state are all from the Eastern Panhandle.
And let me
how,
say,
how awesome is that?
Listen,
it is. It is.
That there's nothing better than your success, and also when you look over and you see your neighbors have success. There's no doubt. And listen, I am a very big trash talker when it comes to those local games.
Wait
as
a
well.
second. What?
I know.
No.
Never.
It's probably
You
a
trash
part-
talk? I have never heard you trash talk.
A part of my character that you would never assume is every once in a while I like to talk a little trash to the locals, okay?
Well, I'm talking trash right now. Ryan Beach, your Eagles are going down tonight.
Eagles, all
Get it
right.
started early.
I hope he's got his knee brace on. Don't rehab, son. You should be there rehabbing. I am super excited for Brian Thomas. What a great guy. And, you know, watching Musselman have success is always awesome. The Jefferson Cougars, I'm a Jefferson Cougar at heart.
Yeah.
I mean, that's me. So, and, you know, one of my most dearest friends is J.D. Fritz, and his son Isaiah and my son are best friends. And my nephew Orrin Humphreys is on that team. And my Quentin and Spencer, all Razorbacks. even East EP Cowboys we had for a while. The Herricks were involved in that. So there's a lot of family and a lot of good people there. So plus, here's the best thing about it. If we play Jefferson and then Musselman, we can beat the brakes off of these cats and win another state championship.
I think it's already done anyway. I already won a state championship. But Bridgeport this week, ground and pound.
Hey, single wing.
It's a tough program. It is.
Single wing. The only problem with them running that single wing up there is we are always in that single wing defense at all times, meaning we are straight man-to-man, and everybody else is eating. So I feel like this game will be super dependent on our pass game. We need Ezra Bajan to be madly efficient early. Listen, you're always going to end with good numbers at Martinsburg High School if you play quarterback. I want to know what happened in the first 10 throws. If you show up 8 for 10, we're eating. If you're 4 for 10 and then you end up with that 23 for 32, not as impressive. The first 10 throws of the game, we need to be on point, and then that confidence will lead into Bridgeport being down 2-3 scores, and they're not the same anymore. They mix in that waggle screen a little too often. Before you know it, the clock has stopped, and we're running again. So come on, Martinsburg, let's go. All we need is a perfect game, meaning 127-0. That's all we're looking for, and that'll get us back on track.
That'll be a lot of touchdown calls for me. I'm ready to go.
Amen.
That'll shatter the record for most points in a game by the Bulldogs.
Yeah, well, I was being a little, just a little.
Just a little. I mean, so make it 100 instead.
No
How
doubt.
about 100? 100?
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it.
All right, tonight, Monday Night Football, 2 division rivals for the team that you like, Dallas.
No doubt. Hey, listen.
But it's Philly, Washington.
Rare times in my life when I am rooting
for the Commanders.
For the Washington Commanders.
Let's go. We got the beast on the side of the burgundy and gold up until we see
That's not
TV2
burgundy, though.
in the burgundy and
That
gold.
is not burgundy. Tell me that's burgundy.
No, that's not burgundy.
You're
It's
looking
not.
at a remixed
He
Chiefs jersey.
he got that at Kohl's.
He got that on the black market.
On the
Not the
black
black market. It's not black market. It's just the front of the store. No, the back of the store. Yeah.
He got it from the back of some dude's car.
Hey, I have it. You don't.
I like it. But listen, super, definitely, man, we need the NFC. We need the Eagles to go down tonight. So I think that everyone, if you don't live in Philadelphia or have a Philadelphia Eagles hat on right now, you are rooting against the Philadelphia Eagles.
All right, 4 minutes. Let's get ready for arm wrestling.
Arm wrestling. Well, first of all,
brought up the $500 tonight to make it $5,000.
Right here, as you can see on my shirt, ladies and gentlemen, big ups to the mayor, to Lynn Carr, and the Shepherd University Gridiron Club has alerted me that they are watching the show every week. They were thinking about making a donation to you guys personally. But
next week.
They went and put their money on the beast. So tonight,
I can't blame them.
It's $5,000, ladies and gentlemen.
Who you facing?
If anybody can hear my voice, I see Brantley Osborne has been talking smack now 4 weeks. Brantley said when the pot was at $2,500 that he doesn't do anything like this for less than $5,000. So because of that,
let's get him up here.
Brantley Osborne will be first, followed by Mr. Jeff Christensen. He will take the second butt whipping here today, followed by the entire Bajent family, because at $5,000, I could be influenced to take a dive and
split the money with your own family?
Well, I'm just saying, maybe this, 'cause some of these sponsors keep talking to me on a weekly basis, like HD. He wants me to show his $500 from week 2. That $500 I spent that on the split bill. 2 days after he gave me that $500. So listen, we cannot lose tonight. Brantley, do you mind? Can you step up here, Mr. Osborne?
All righty, get him a headset and let's get him up.
We got 2 minutes here, so
this isn't the only time you're going to see guys wearing Eagles losing tonight. So we're just getting started early.
Do we got enough room here?
Yeah, we got plenty of room.
This work? All right, Brantley, put that on there, young man.
Don't break it. That's a good headset.
Look at that.
All right, Brantley, tell the camera crew right there your name, the years that you played Shepherd basketball, and how many points you have accumulated as a Shepherd Rain.
All right, yeah, my name is Brantley Osborne. I played here at Shepherd University, graduated in 2014, and I scored 1,816 points.
How unbelievable that he knows that number. My goodness. All right,
Brantley. Have me look that up.
Brantley, have you ever arm wrestled before?
I have, yeah.
You have? How'd you do?
I'm all right.
Okay, all right. Well, Brantley, today is your lucky day, okay? All you're going to do is take that right elbow, stick it on there. We're going to take this hand, grab a hold of that peg. Now, listen, Brantley, if I was going to coach you a little bit, I'd want you to put that right leg far enough under the table that your hips would be touching the table.
Okay.
And then I stand up tall.
Okay.
Oh, that looks good. Brantley, we're going to take this elbow, stick it a little in front of you a little bit. Look at that difference right there. You see that, camera? This, very easy. All of a sudden, he gets that elbow up, little leverage there. All right, Brantley, now listen, son. You are right-handed?
Yes.
Okay, let's see. I'll be the judge of that. Here we go.
As they go on,
Brantley,
thank you so much.
Keep your head up. Keep your eyes on your hands, okay? Because the worst thing could happen here is I blow that arm up here. Here we go, Brantley. Ready and go, Brantley. Perfect. Brantley,
right, again,
listen.
While they go on, signing off
Brantley,
for Monday Night Mayhem on Talk Radio
Brantley, look at my eyes right here, Brantley. Listen.
Have a great
I'll
evening
take
and
care
enjoy
of
some Monday
everything.
Night Football as the Commanders take on the
Here we
Eagles
go,
on the other
Brantley,
side. Nick,
and
go ahead and take it off.